Hi, sweet friends, welcome back. If you're new here, hello, my name is Amy and welcome here. Today we're standing in our dining room and I'm getting ready to decorate it for Christmas and make it really nice and festive for this holiday season. I think this is my 7th video in my Christmas decorating series, so if you happen to miss any of those, I'll have the entire playlist linked down below. Now we do have lots to get done today, so we better get started, but I do hope that today's video brings you lots of decorating ideas for your homes this Christmas season and that you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and decorate our dining room for Christmas. Before we jump into decorating, here's a quick look at our dining room. I already have the Christmas tree set up in the corner, but everything else is blank and ready for a cozy holiday refresh. Starting first with our chandelier, let's make this space feel warm and festive for the season. I'm adding some greenery up here, just like I did last year. I also added greenery to our light fixtures in the kitchen, and I just love the way it looks. It's such a simple touch, but it brings so much fun and festivity to the space. You might also notice the new curtains. I shared all the details about those in my Christmas entryway video, so if you'd like to learn more, I'll have that linked down below. I love the look of adding these small velvet red bows to each arm of the chandelier. It gives the whole fixture such a classic Christmas touch and ties in beautifully with the greenery. Now that the chandelier is all dressed up, we're going to move on to the hutch. I'm starting at the top and working my way down to create a cozy, layered look for the season. Up here at the top, how could I resist adding some garland that matches the chandelier with some twinkle lights? The garland is one that I picked up from Walmart, and the lights are battery operated with a timer, so they automatically come on in the evenings. It adds the prettiest soft glow and makes the hutch feel so magical at night. Since I'm really loving more pops of red this Christmas, I'm bringing in these older holly berry stems and scattering them throughout. They add just the right touch of color and tie in beautifully with all the other red accents that I'll be adding to the room. For the shelves, I'm adding these adorable wooden snowman plates that I think I picked up from At Home years ago, layering them in front of these green dinner plates I picked up from Target in the fall. And to finish off the look, I'm pairing them with these bowls that have the little pine detail on the sides. It gives everything a cozy, collected feel. I'm so happy I'm able to display the dinner plates. I tested them out ahead of time and they just fit in the hutch. I usually have the hardest time finding dinner plates that will work with these narrow shelves, but because they have that irregular scallop design on the sides, they work. To bring the whole look together without adding too much clutter, I'm tucking in a few more of those holly berry stems around each bowl. It adds just the perfect amount of color and ties everything together in a simple way. To add a little contrast to the back of the bottom shelf, I'm bringing in this checkered cutting board I found from Amazon. I love how the colors coordinate perfectly with the two baskets I placed on the upper shelf. It really helps to balance the whole look when you keep colors opposite each other and from top to bottom. Opposite the greenery and red berry pitcher arrangement, I'm adding a little field of greenery for that sweet deer family I shared with you in my Walmart haul. It really brings that charming woodland feel to the shelf. For the accordion style hooks, I love using them to display kitchen and dining accessories. Things like aprons, cutting boards, pitchers, or even little tea kettles. And then for that Christmas touch, I'll tuck in some greenery and add a fun wintry accent with a pair of ice skates. So one little last detail I wanted to add to the apron, since it's just for decoration, is some greenery tucked into the pocket along with two mini rolling pins. I thought this was a cute, unique way to add a festive touch. Now it's time to style the table. Now I'm starting with a simple table runner that I did pick up new this year from TJMaxx. Now, if I haven't mentioned already, I will do my best to link everything that I can down in the description box if there is links for them. That way you can go and shop and easily pick up these things for your own homes. Now this year I'm going to be creating a centerpiece with greenery and twinkle lights to bring a warm, festive glow to the table. I'll also be adding pine cones and berries to tie in with the garland on the hutch. I also love the look of candles sprinkled throughout the greenery. I'll be adding 6 golden candlestick holders with some new red spiral shaped candles from Amazon. One tip that I've shared before, if your candles are smaller than your holders and wobbling, you can wrap a little tinfoil around the bottom and keep them nice and secure. I really love the elegant look of these candles, but I'm a little on the fence about the height. The candles combined with the tails from the bows above gives a dramatic feel, but I'm not sure if I'm loving it. Since I'm not a huge fan of real candles either, I might swap them out for my battery-powered cream ones. Or I could just trim the bow tails. For today's video though, I'm leaving it as is, and you'll have to see how it all turns out, and I'll share any updates in my Christmas 2025 home tour. For each place setting, I'm adding a few new pieces, starting with this gorgeous velvet poinsettia looking placemat. I'm layering it with some cream chargers I already had, along with our Christmas dinner plates from last year. To mix things up a bit, I'm topping them with these adorable plaid salad plates. This is such an easy way to create a fresh, unique look without having to buy a whole set. I love picking up different salad plates and combining them for a more personal, individual style. Since there's already a lot of layering and pattern on the table, I wanted to keep the napkin presentation simple. I'm just folding the napkin and placing it in a goblet, letting a few pieces drape over the side, almost like another open flower. I think this looks perfect with the table runner and really helps to bring the whole tablescape together. I'm really happy with how the tablescape turned out, so now we can swing over to the buffet cabinet and start styling that space. Above the cabinet, I'm hanging this vintage style print on an existing monkey hook. It's the one I picked up from Amazon last year. You might remember I had it in our living room. Now, one tip I love to share is to rotate your decor. You'd be surprised how moving pieces from room to room can completely change the look of your home. It feels fresh and new, even though you're decorating with things you already have. Plus, it's budget friendly since you don't have to buy something new to get a totally different look. I like to decorate in groups of three, so on the side, along with the arrangement, I'm adding two of these brown deer. And to jazz them up just a bit, I'm taking a cedar napkin ring, pulling it apart, and then I'll wrap it around their necks for a cute festive touch. It's such a simple little detail that's different and a little unexpected. The wall between these two windows actually used to have a TV back when this room was our formal living room. But once we converted it into the dining room, we were left with the outlet and cable box on the wall, which definitely needs to be hidden. So my plan is to hang this architectural piece along with a wreath. And I'm hoping together they'll conceal all of that and will add a pretty focal point to this wall. As always, one of my favorite things to bring out each Christmas is our nativity set. I love that it's front and center, and as we pass it each day, we're reminded of the true meaning of Christmas, the birth of Jesus, and later his ultimate sacrifice for each and every one of us who believe. All right, sweet friends, that pretty much wraps up the Christmas decorating here in our dining room. I hope that you enjoyed it. You'll have to be sure to come back for my home tour. I'll share then how the tree turns out. And I just hope that it gave you some new ideas for decorating your homes and that you just enjoyed coming along as we decorate and make our home feel festive for this holiday season. As always, I like to end our time together by going to God's Word. Today, I'll be reading from Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. I thank you all so much for joining me. If you did enjoy today's video or found it helpful in any way, I'd appreciate a big thumbs up. And if you stuck around to the end and haven't already, I'd love if you would consider subscribing. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you real soon in my next one. Take care and God bless, friends. Bye and Merry Christmas.